Well, welcome aboard this edition of Wild Goose Adventures. There's a big tropical low that's just forming just north of Harvey Bay, up in Rockhampton, or up near Rockhampton, Mackay. It's time that I move the boat to a safe place. I don't like what's brewing up there, and I don't like how close it is to me. So I thought we might just take a quick run up and jump aboard and move to a nice, safe location. Quite often with these tropical depressions, we all talk about the wind and we all look at the wind, but often it is the rain and the conditions of flooding that normally comes with the tropical depression that causes all the trouble. So I'm going to move the boat into a much more sheltered spot, both from the wind and also hopefully from the tides. With that done, maybe, just maybe, we might be able to get a bit of foiling in and use the wind for some good and harness it for some fun as opposed to just being worried about it. So here we are back on the boat after a little wet but safe enough drive up from the Sunshine Coast. As you can see here, this is my normal anchorage at Riverheads and it's quite exposed. And from the breeze that it's coming to at 45 knots, I don't really want to be here. Where we're going to head over is, if we just look around this corner, we're going to go and find a quiet little spot that hopefully is going to have enough water and is going to be perfect to sit out this next little bit of storm. Let's sheet on and head on over. Well, this tropical depression has intensified. Breeze has kicked in, still plenty of rain. We might get some flooding soon, but there's breeze. I think we're going to go for a foil here and we're going to get wet anyway, so it's no drama. Let's sheet on and get out there. Before we head out, I wanted to just show you a couple of really cool things. The good people at Oceanatics have let me get my hands on this brand new 2022 model Fanatic board. Now, remember some of those earlier models that I've been showing you that I've been riding a 7'6" board and getting up and going? This, my friends, is 5'4". It's tiny compared to all the other boards I've ridden, and it's going to be interesting to see how I go on such a short board. The first thing is, this is carbon fiber bamboo construction, super light, like really light. Can't wait to see how it goes. If I switch over onto the bottom, probably where the biggest things that you'll notice that, are with them. If I just try and get it up here so I can show you. Compared to my old board where there was a nice big beveled edge and the idea was that it would just help the touchdown, this, because it's so short and it's so thick, has given way to all of that. So we don't need the beveled edges to get a hard shine. Also, there's no step down at the back, so that the water runs straight off. It's really simple, really flat. That, my friends, there's a little bit of concave at the front. The bow is actually, I'm still talking boats. The nose is a little bit more traditional, and so I'm going to be really interested to see how it goes. Time to sheet on nearly before we go. just one more thing I want to show you. The next thing I wanted to show you is this new duotone slick wing. Now I'm super excited to give this a go. I'm going to be really interested to see if it can change my opinion. Duotone have traditionally used centre hard booms. Now these hard booms might be good for sailing, they're kind of gone against what I've been trying to do, and the fact that I've been looking for light, minimalistic, I can just pack it away, and this goes in the face of that. Having said that, once it's up, it is magnificently tense. So it gives you a much better chance to have some good sail shape, and it just has a whole lot of other benefits. It's easier to hang on to because you've got a whole space there to be able to use your hands wherever you like, as opposed to just having a handle, and it means that you can twist and really have some positive grip. The other thing about this sail, which I'm really pleased if I can just show you here, is the sail, because of its tension, has been able to have this really swept back ends. Now those swept back ends means the diameter of the sail itself is much shorter, so it won't be dragging in the water, and it should be much easier just to fly, and especially good when you want to pump. Now the tension on this sail is noticeably tighter, so I'm going to be interested to see how efficient it is when we get out there. So let's sheet on and get out there and give it a go. Wow, what a session. This little baby is fantastic. It is unbelievable. I noticed two things really straight up. One of them, at 105 litres, how unstable it is, and when I'm just on the ground and I'm trying to get going, it's super wobbly, and I have to use the sail a little bit to balance myself. But then what I noticed as well then is, as soon as I got the sail up a little bit, it just took off. It became stable and it launched out of the water so quickly that I really noticed that whole transom and that whole lifting, it was just effortless, and it was totally mind-boggling. You know, I think this has taken my my falling to another level. I've been having some issues once I've gone to this smaller wing, jiving even on the 6-foot board, and yet I was able to jive relatively easy on this. That swing motion at 5'4" is just unbelievable. It didn't seem to matter. I was a bit nervous, I don't know why, about it just not being able to glide, but the wing does that, not the board, and so I've actually had a much easier time shifting my feet around and getting going than even on the bigger board. So this 2022 Fanatic board, if you're looking at moving up, if you're looking at changing, I really recommend that you go and have a look at this. I can certainly notice the difference. I think this is a far superior board over the 2021 board, just in the fact that it's so much easier to get up, and you don't have to go this small. But have a look at these are just awesome. The wing, well, that was great. Yeah, the wing was good. I liked having the boom and being able to just make those micro adjustments. I certainly appreciated the tension on it and how much more efficient the wing was, especially once it was up. There's plenty of breeze out there, so I didn't have any issue getting out of the water, but I seemed to be able to just control it so much easier. Anyway, let's sheet on and we'll go and check out what's happening at Cotton Tree. As Cyclone Seth makes its way southeast, while Goose is nice and secure from the big blow and the big tides, and so I've had to come south to the Sunshine Coast for some work, a bit of foiling and to make sure everything's okay. With Seth having headed southeast, we've lost a bit of the rain, but what we do have with the wind is a big swell. Noose is going off. I'm down here at Cotton Tree going to do a little bit of foiling lessons, so just tucked away here in the sandbags in the corner, just a nice protected spot. Beautiful place to be. Let's sheet on and let's go and have a bit of fun on the foil behind the boat. Down here at the boat ramp to launch the boat so we can do some foiling lessons. These high tides, they're really running amok. What tends to happen is you get these tropical low depressions, so because it's a low pressure system, the water rises a little anyway. The high tides, the time of year, also contribute to it, and then you get the rain and the extra water pouring down the river, and on top of that, if you're really unlucky, you start to get waves. Anyway, let's sheet on, let's launch the boat and get going. Well, teaching people to foil has been one of my little privileges. To be able to go out and teach people to fly has been so much fun, and share a bit of the love and the joy and the stoke that I have found by flying and foiling. If you're up this way on the Sunshine Coast, then drop into Oceanatics and book a session. You will have so much fun, I guarantee it. If you're after any equipment or advice, then give Luke and Ben at Oceanatics a bit of a tingle. They'll show you the right way to go, as they did with me. As a bit of a special promo, I've been dabbling in a little bit of merch you might have seen. What I'm going to do is, we've got these hats, $30 if you want to buy one, and please get in touch if you'd like one. For the first couple of people that purchase anything through Oceanatics, send me a copy of your invoice and I will post this out to you. In fact, if you get it to me early, I'll put it in with their packaging. I'd scripted to finish this episode sitting on the boat back at Kingfish on a beautiful day and be able to tell you that the cyclone is over. Indeed, the cyclone passed over onto land last night. The tropical depression, which it is now, dumped a couple of 100 mils of rain and the roads are flooded, so I can't get out there. However, I did make a few phone calls and the boat is sitting pretty in the little spot that I'd put it, so we're going to have to pick up that another time. So we're going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching it. If you liked it, give it the thumbs up. As per usual, subscribe, that'd be totally awesome. And until next time, smooth sailing.